Career mode is here. F1 2019 is here. It's game time. If you guys are excited, straight off the bat, drop a like and let's jump straight into it then, and let's see what this year's game has in store as we begin our career mode story here today. And as you can see, the brand new game F1 2019, let's jump straight into it. Okay then, so here we are on the menu, and I'm going to do this kind of live with you guys as I'm speaking. So first of all, we're going to tackle the driver creation. So I already dabbled with this game yesterday when I received it, so I already kind of know what I'm doing. So we're just going to quickly kind of go over it a little bit quickly and do it. But you've got a big selection of faces this year, a few more than last year. And to be honest, some of them are pretty good. I'm going to go for one that I did yesterday when I done a little test, and I believe it was this one here. Or there was some other one actually a little bit further down that I might have used as well. But you can see that we have a great selection this year, and yeah, this is the one I used. So we're going to go for this one. We have quite a few more. We're going to go for, of course, Great Britain, aka Brexitville. And the first name, we'll go for my first name, Tommy Martinez, and we'll do MAR as my abbreviation. And then luckily for me, my name is in the audio names. It was in the game last year for the first time ever. So I've got my own name here, as you'll see here. If we scroll down to the M, my surname, we have it here, as you can see.
Martinez.
There we go. So we're going to get that on. And number, I'd like 23, that's my favourite number. But because it's not available, I'll go for my secondary number, which is 97, my year of birth, the number in my channel. So we'll use that. Driver number in career and leagues, the reigning champion is entitled to use driver number 1. Would you like to switch to driver number 1 when it's available? Yes, please. We'll go for number 1 if we do win a championship. And confirm profile. Yes, we will. Okay, so that is done. And overall looking pretty damn good. So our driver is sorted out. What we are going to do now though is, and this is something I need to advise you guys, don't jump into career mode because you're going to jump into career mode with that driver, the way it looks with the helmet. So you need to customize your helmet afterwards. So you want to go into the customization tab, you want to go into the driver section, and then you want to go over to the helmet tab. And then over here you want to select your helmet because it's important to do this first. Otherwise you're going to go into career mode with this very own helmet, this very basic helmet. So you've got a good selection this year, not much better. There's a couple of new ones, better than the last couple of years. As you can see here, we've got a few different options, and of course you can customize the color on all of them, so you can make it look pretty fancy. These ones are competition points related, and then we've also got the premium ones, which you actually have to pay for, along with the Prost and Senna versions. Now, me personally, I had a little look yesterday, and I like this one as well, but in the end I think I went for this one here, the very kind of aggressive design, a very kind of black and white, you know, not much going on here. We're going to change the colour though, so we're going to stick with the black and white. I like how that looks, but instead of the pink we're going to go for the Ferrari red, so we're going to stick that on a little bit more towards the pink side. There we go, and that will do. That will be our helmet. So now we're ready to jump into career mode, so let's get into it. Okay then, so here we are on the team selection screen. Now this is when I bring you guys into the fold. So as you guys know, I did a career mode announcement video a little while ago, and I said to you I would go for Prema and F2 and then go through to Ferrari. Now first of all, I want to put this out there for all of you guys. If you're watching until this point, if you look at the bottom right, it says skip feeder series. If you're using a controller or whatever, it'll be a different button. I'm on PC using my steering wheel. Basically, you have the option to skip F2. If you don't want to do F2, you can go straight to F1. All you got to do is press the button to skip the feeder series in the bottom right, as it says there, and you will automatically miss out on F2. I personally am going to do it, so we're going to jump straight into things. We're going to go for Prema, which is what I said. In terms of the academy, we're going to go for the Ferrari Academy, as we're looking to go into Ferrari, and we're going to begin our career mode. Let's get into it. Okay, so all the settings are done and locked in. So we have the full qualifying, 18, 15, 12 minutes, formation lap off, 50% races, and the AI max difficulty 110. Gameplay settings, we've got flashback, so in case any lag spikes or any kind of weird incidents happen, always good to have in the bag. Park from A on, damage on simulation, safety car on, corner cutting on strict, and then manual race starts, regular press time, and also tire temperatures, surface and carcass. And in terms of the assist, elite, no assist whatsoever, and we're going to jump straight into it here. So let's get underway and let's start this career mode.
Prema's new driver really commanding the race here. Devon Butler still ruthlessly giving chase. These two have been really scrapping it out for the early wins in the championship. And something's wrong. Butler sees his chance. Some kind of mechanical failure. Picking up speed again. It's unclear what the issue was. Can they still finish this race?
Looks like an issue with the turbo. You've lost some speed at the top end, but you're very close to the finish. You can still compete and get some points here. Don't give up. Just do the best you can. We're all behind you.
Okay, then here we go. Straight away into the first scenario. First time into the F2 car. Let's see how this goes. I've literally jumped in with no practice on the hardest difficulty, so...
Your teammate is approaching and wants to get past. Repeat, Lucas wants to pass you.
Okay, so this is the scenario, I'm guessing, where we either let our teammate pass or we hold him up and we do our own thing. So at the minute, the car feels pretty poorly, to be honest. So straight away, there goes my teammate. We're not going to fight it.
That's great. Lucas can push on now.
I don't really have the confidence, so I'm going to let him go. I've got a lot of understeer here.
To pass on his thanks. I know it's frustrating, but you made the right call for the team. Now we're all with you. Just bring it home as best you can.
Looks like we're under pressure here, and not much I can do about it. Trying to go late on the brakes into T1. Trying to hold it on the outside. We're going to just about hold on. Let's see if we can find some confidence here. The car feels a bit rough. I guess that's kind of the whole point, that we've got an issue with the car. Hopefully my teammate Lucas Weber can try and do the job, but we had to let him through. I could have fought him a lot harder into the chicane, but he kind of also made the move himself, so I didn't really fight him too hard, let him take it. Let's see if we can at least follow him to the finish and maybe try and stay close by and make some overtakes. At the minute though, we've got a couple of laps to go in this race, so let's try and at least hold on to P6, keep Artem Markelov behind. That'd be a good start for us. These F2 cars feel really good to handle though, already. Feels pretty damn fun to drive. So Devon Butler setting the pace at the minute. Let's see what Lucas Weber, my teammate, does, and will he respond? That's a lot of understeer. Yeah, Lucas Weber does respond. That was not a good exit. We're going to be on the back foot here. Look at that Markelov with DRS. He's actually going to go to the inside, surprisingly. Latifi's trying to come through as well. Nowhere he can go. Latifi on the inside. I'm going to try and hold around the outside. Trying to hold on to the position, and there we go. We just hold on. Markelov though gets past. Can we stick with him? That's a bit wide there. We get a warning for a track extension. Markelov gets past. I'm trying to see if I can get back past here straight away, because it seems like we have got damage because I'm at full pace and I'm struggling to match up against these guys. If I can just stay close and get DRS on the pitch straight, maybe we can get back past Artem Markelov, but let's see how we get on. Oh, that's a big moment. Just caught the car. I like how these cars can still snap on power input. We've stayed within range of Markelov's DRS, but this final corner here is where I've been struggling a lot with understeer. That wasn't too bad. Are we within range here to maybe get the re-overtake on Artem Markelov?
Final lap of the race.
We're gaining, not much though. Hot on the brakes there. We just about get it slowed down. That curb, these cars are quite fast here, I quite like it. Let's bring it home and see if we can pass Markelov on the back straight. Make an adjustment to the brake bias, see if that helps me out with the locking up. Oh, that's a big moment. Catch that. Big moment. Latifi's going to go through though. Can we hold it on the outside? Using first gear.
Try to stay with him, he might make a mistake.
Come on.
We can still regain the position.
Yes. Yes, good move. Good defensive driving there. Good stuff. Devon Butler picks up the win. So Lucas Weber didn't even challenge him in the end. So should I've let him through? Maybe not. Either way. Here we go for the chicane. Easy does it. Let's bring it home. Not quite flat through there. But across the line, Latifi's close. We're not close enough. And P7 for us in our debut race in career mode. Not too bad.
Good finish. You stepped up and achieved what we asked. Good job.
So as they climb out of the car, the Carlin team are ready and waiting to celebrate a thoroughly deserved win. Davide, what do you think made the difference here?
I think what won them the race was their ability to adapt. At every point, they delivered what was needed. They were calm and steady when they needed to be, but they were ruthless and aggressive when it was demanded of them. There wasn't anything out there that they weren't prepared to handle. Let's see if they can keep it up this season.
And there you have it, today's winners. Having raised some of the biggest names in F1 to date, Carlin have once again shown their expertise when it comes to recruiting new talent. No doubt today's winners have a bright future ahead of them. They certainly deserve it after today's performance.
Right, so here we have the final race results then, and Devon Butler picks up the win ahead of Lando Norris and George Russell running off the podium. Alexander Albon P4 ahead of Lucas Webber, my teammate who finished P5 in the end, and Artur Markelov beats us to P6 as we come home P7, just ahead of Nicolas Latifi, with Tadasuke Makino and Nirei Fukuzumi rounding out the top 10 and the point scorers here today for your race results here in Catalonia. But yeah guys, that is it for race 1. Let's get into the following cutscenes.
There you are. That was an exciting race. It definitely got people talking about you, which means I was able to secure a quick interview.
Okay, we're all set over here.
Just a minute. Remember, anything you say to the press can go very, very public. So be relaxed, but also be conscious of what you're saying and how it might come across to other people, okay? I think we're ready.
Great. So Emma keeps telling me you're the one to watch this season. If that's true, you'll be doing plenty of these. Just remember, be yourself. And the more you can give me, the better this will go. Right, stand here. Turn a little this way for me. Perfect. Ready? An exciting race today. Let's get your perspective. So you and Lucas are new to the team. How are you settling in? Okay, so how did you feel about being ordered to give up the position to Lucas? Great, well that's everything.
Hey, look, I know that wasn't easy letting me pass, but it was the right choice. It was good driving.
Yeah, that's how I describe it, mate. Just good, not great. 1 in 6. 1 in 6 makes the leap to F1. The other 5 are still watching their less talented teammates collect all their points. Shame, really. A lot of great drivers never get their chance because they do it all for the team.
Those teams got us here.
Yeah, but it's the drivers that take the risk. We should get the rewards. You ever won a race in F1? That's how winners think.
And remind me, how many F1 races have you won?
You watch this space. At the end of this championship, I'll be the one lifting the trophy, and I won't use my teammates to nick the podium.
Okay, I'm out. You believe what you want, Devon, but it's still early days.
He's either very clever or you're just a pushover. You really think if the situation was reversed, he'd do the same for you? You want to start looking out for yourself. No one else will.
Look at them go! Devon Butler locked in wheel-to-wheel racing with his championship rival, desperate to shut them down and stop them getting past. And there's contact! Butler simply left them nowhere to go. There was just no way for them to have avoided that. And look, there's significant damage. Not sure if that was down to recklessness or sheer aggression, but I'm sure the stewards are going to have something to say very shortly.
Don't give up. You're still in this race.
Okay then, so looks like a recovery drive here today in Austria. Let's see what we can do. Fresh tyres, so we should be quick. Hopefully we can try and make the recovery drive happen. Also need to get used to Austria as well. But here we go then.
Okay, the stewards have awarded Devon a penalty. Push on. You can still catch him. You can still beat him.
There we go then. Devon's got a penalty. So we've got 5 laps to try and push as much as we can on these fresh tyres, and hope the penalty that Devon Butler has will be enough to set him back behind me. Let's see what we can do here. It's going to be a bit of a different part, this one, compared to the last race. The last race was battling. This is going to be me sweating it out.
Devon is coming in for his stop.
Oh, okay, so Devon's got a pit stop to make, and he's going to serve a penalty, which will kind of make up the time that we lost getting the front wing change. So in theory, it's going to be very close between myself and Devon Butler. And then I'm guessing he will probably have fresh tyres with me, and there's going to be a battle to the finish.
Devon's P7 at the moment.
There we go, P7. I'm guessing he must have rejoined already, I guess. Let's find out. Yeah, he's rejoined already. Okay, so let's see what we can do.
Devon sat in P8.
Okay then, so he's not too far away from us. Can we catch him though? That's going to be the real question. Looking at the mini-map, it's going to be tricky. Got to be careful with those. First warning there for exceeding track limits, even though I thought I was okay. 16.3. I'm shifting too early. I need to shift later.
3 places ahead of you right now.
Yeah, understood, Jeff. I need to try and shift gears later, let the revs run out.
Devon's P7 at the moment.
He's making progress, which is annoying. I'm doing personal best. I'm doing the best I can. Another personal best.
4 places down on Devon. We're leading our teammate by 5.4 seconds.
Lucas Webber with the 15.4 is 8/10 a lap quicker than me at the minute. I'm starting thinking maybe 110 might be a little bit too hard for me at the minute. I might have to go down in difficulty. We'll see. Butler setting the pace, so he's quicker than us. That's annoying. I don't have that kind of pace. There's a run wide there. I don't have that pace, so looks like we're not going to catch Devon, even though we do another personal best. I'm not as fast as him.
This pace is strong, but be aware your tyres need to go the distance.
Starting to find a little bit more pace, but still not enough. Into the 115s.
Final lap of the race.
The purple final sector. Last lap of the Grand Prix. Starting to find my momentum, and as I say that I make a mistake. Run wide into the grass there. I was hoping to catch Makino in front and try and at least score a point this race. Okay, so George Russell wins it for ART. And unfortunately we're not going to get anywhere near Devon Butler in this race. Just the way it goes, it seems like 110 AR might be a little bit too hard for me as I run wide there. This lap's been a bit of a messy one as well, so let's see how we get on. But this kind of time trial challenge hasn't really worked out. Butler there with 15.3, half second up on my previous lap as we come through the final corner. And there we go, then up to the line, and it's going to be P11 for us, and no points in Austria.
Bad luck. It just wasn't our day today.
Victory for ART then, after a quality performance. So, Davide, what did you make of that?
Well, it was a bit of a roller coaster, I think. Absolutely congratulations are in order here. That was a spectacular race and a fantastic drive from our win. I think though that after the race there's going to be a lot of eyes on Devon Butler regarding that collision. He's been very lucky today, in more than one way. Lucky to have broken away, lucky to have only received a penalty. It's a shame his rivals wasn't equally rapid.
An amazing race today, and a very well-deserved one too. The team worked very hard to get exactly the right setup out of the F2 car that works for them, and the results speak for themselves. ARTGP winners today.
Right, so as you can see here, the final race results are in for the Austrian Grand Prix. George Russell wins for ART ahead of Luca Giotto and Nirei Fukuzumi in P3. Latifi misses out on the podium, as does Artur Markelov. Lando Norris only P6, and Devon Butler there P7, with the fastest lap of the Grand Prix going to him. Maximilian Günther P8 with Alexander Albon P9. Tadazuka Makino running out the points, and we miss out in P11 there. My teammate also, Lucas Webber, down in P14, so a disappointing race here today and no points scored, and we didn't get anywhere near Devon Butler after that race and after that contact. So definitely going to be controversy. Let's see what happens after the race, and let's see if the shockwaves spread through the paddock.
Bad luck today. That must be incredibly disappointing. It seems to me that collision with Devon clearly cost you a lot of time. Are you disappointed with the final result? So did you ever think you'd get the place back from Devon? I've seen that you and Lucas have been picking up a lot of points recently. What do you think of your championship chances? Appreciate your time.
Hey, Devon. Devon, stop.
Not now, I'm busy.
Hey, what are you doing up there? Seriously.
I'm gonna celebrate my excellent drive.
We saw what you did. It was reckless. You should have been black flagged.
Yeah, and I wasn't because it was my line. You were in my space. You shouldn't have been. Next time, stay out of my way.
No, someone could have been hurt.
And that didn't happen, so what's your problem?
My problem is that your actions out there are too dangerous.
Listen, contact happens, okay? Took my penalty, but I kept it focused, kept it smooth, and came out on top. That's racing. Every time I make a tough move, you want to play race director? Then quit driving and take the job. Until then, I don't owe you anything.
Devon, you don't get it. It's not me you should be apologizing to.
Look, you grab your space on the track, and then it's all or nothing. That's just how it goes. And anyway, you still couldn't beat me, even with my penalty. So no hard feelings, okay? Not from my end anyway. Chin up.
So here we are in Abu Dhabi. Each and every event in the Formula 2 calendar has led us here to this, the final event of the championship, and one that promises to be a spectacle every bit as exciting as we might have hoped. So the Yas Island circuit offers 21 corners and a lap distance of around 3.4 miles. There are a few opportunities to pass with long straights and DRS zones in 2 places, turns 8 and 11. Plenty of close racing then, plenty of speed, and plenty of excitement for the fans, no doubt. Joining me for one last time here this year is Davide Valsecchi. Davide, I'm glad you're here because I think I'm going to need help processing all this. Surely, this is as exciting as it gets.
Yeah, you're right, Alex. It's the perfect finale. 2 drivers, rivals of season, now going into the final race, tied on points. Both way out in front at the top of the standings. Meaning whichever of these 2 drivers cross the line first will be crowned champion. I can't wait.
Okay then, so here we are on the grid for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, the last race of the season. The task is simple. We need to outscore Devon Butler, and I believe he starts in front of us, ahead of us on the road. So we've got it all to do. The pressure's on, and there's an F2 championship at stake, and also the potential of a very good F1 seat as well. So multiple situations here surmounting to this ultimate scenario where we have to try and surpass our main rival. Of course, in F2, this race, no pit stops. There is, we could stop if we wanted to, but we're going to be so slow, so there's no point. So we're going to go for the no-stop strategy and try it out and see how it goes. And fingers crossed it works out okay for us. So with that being said, let's just jump into it here for the last time this season and see if we can end F2 and graduate into F1 on a high. Let's jump into it. Here we go then, on the grid for the final time this season. Max revs as the 5 lights come on at Yas Marina. And it's lights out and away we go. Not the best start. We get away quite poorly into T1. We're 3 wide. I'm in the middle of multiple cars here. We're going to just try and stay in front. Big tax up there as we get on the exit of T1. Now through turn 3. Just trying to find the grip here. This car is so much more understeery than what I'm used to with an F1 car. Roberto Merri looking for a move behind us here as we get very close to Fukuzumi here, going down towards the chicane. Devon Butler looks like he's had a good start, made some good progress as we go down the inside of Fukuzumi. A little bit of contact, but we are going to get the move done. Away we go. Let's try and see if we can get a bit of a tow here. Fukuzumi, though, is well within my range.
Right, let's focus now for the rest of the race.
I'm not getting much of a tow here from Fuoco.
Devon's currently P2.
Oh, this is going to be risky. Around the outside. On the inside for the next corner. Need to try and get a good exit here and try and get a tow for Fuoco. Also need to let the revs run out a little bit longer. I think we're far enough ahead of Fukuzumi that he won't get a run on me into the next brake zone, which is good. I'm starting to think if Devon Butler is maybe leading this race. It's a long race, 11 laps, 50% for F2. As we almost clip that ball out there. Let's try and see if we can find that pace a bit more in this race, unlike in Austria, and try and make some moves happen. I've kept the difficulty at 110, so we'll see how we get on. These cars are so tricky though, they're constantly on edge.
Devon's currently P2.
There we go then, Devon's P2, that's what the information I needed to know. Oh, that's wide through there. The car just understeers so much. It grips up and then it understeers, it's so weirdly inconsistent. Fukuzumi's got a tow on me here on the straight. I'm going to have to go defensive and show him outside. I don't have the pace at the minute. I'm very hot on the brakes there. That's going to allow Fukuzumi to go on the outside. Side by side with the Japanese driver here. Let's try and stick with it. We're going to try and slot into the tow and try and get the re-overtake. Just feels like we're down on pace, even straight line speed as well, which, you know, is a bit weird. Down the inside of Fukuzumi again though. We get the move done. Yellow flag. A little bit of contact there. Yellow flag is behind. Not sure who for, but there was an overtake that seemed to go wrong behind us. Alessandro Lorandi. Lorandi's out of the race. Oh, that's hot on the brakes. It's such a tricky car to drive because it feels like you're not driving fast, so you try to overdrive it and you go slower. Pretty decent exit there, but Fukuzumi is now going to have DRS. He's going to get a huge run on me here, as will everyone behind. I'm going to cover off the inside, show Fukuzumi the long way around. Down the inside into the chicane. Got to leave the room. Short shift with the third gear.
Might make a mistake.
That didn't quite work out. We've had a terrible exit and we're not going to get the run on him here. That position's gone, I think. I'm afraid. Just don't have the pace. Simple as that. We'll try and stay on him though. Personal best, so that's some form of improvement. I just don't understand how to drive this car fast at the minute. That's what I'm struggling with. I've got DRS here, but Roberto Meri's got the run on me here. He's got a perfect tow. Lock up there. We're just going to get it slowed down in time. Struggling still though, big time. We've got enough of a gap there. Don't think Meri's going to challenge me to the next brake zone. So we should be okay. Another personal best, 52.9. See if I can find my confidence a bit around here. Okay, I've had a pretty good exit, but Roberto Meri has DRS again, so he's going to get the run on me. We're going to go defensive. Show him the long way around once more. This time we're going to just let him take it. Can't really compete with that, to be honest. Trying to understand how this car works still. Pretty okay exit, but we're a little bit too far back, I think, to get back past it. He's still pulling away from me on the straight. The AI seems to be a lot quicker than me on the straight for some reason. I can't seem to match him on straight line speed. We are going to get close to Meri there and put him under pressure, but the second I hit second gear I just get rear wheel spin. Hopefully we can stay with him for a change, as we've now dropped out the points. Oh, yellow flag in front. Something's happened. Let's see what it is. Someone's slowing down. Luca Giotto.
Yellow flag.
Ooh. Right then, that's going to give us P10 then. Back into the points. There is Luca Giotto.
Okay, the incident has been cleared. Let's get back up to racing speed.
Alright then, let's stick with it, come on. Managed to just hold on to DRS, but Tadasuke Makino behind me had a good exit and he's on my arse. So we're going to have to go defensive again. I'm hot. Slow it down. That'll do. Hopefully we'll get DRS again off of Roberto Merri. There we go. I think that was a pretty good exit, to be fair. We managed to hold a bit of a gap. My teammate Lucas Webber with a fast lap of the Grand Prix. That's good to see. Hopefully he can keep that up. I'm trying to do the best I can.
We think you're going to start losing some tyre grip around now. Gap to teammate ahead is 11.8 seconds.
Personal best. As the engineer warns me about tyre grip issues. I'm guessing that's just because tyre wear is kicking in now. I struggle through that right hander so much, but we're doing okay now. I'm just about able to hold on. If I can just snap some DRS from Roberto Merri here, that'd be great, but I think I'm too far back. Terrible exit, and here comes Makino. He's got too much momentum. He's going to pass me before the brake zone. Hopefully this time I can actually stay close to somebody and try and pass them.
Okay, focus. We need to stay on form.
I just can't do it. I can't get the acceleration and the straight line speed that the AI get. They're too quick. They get too much perfect traction. The traction control helps them out too much. I can't really do anything about it. So we're going to be stuck behind Makino here. That's going to be a corner cut and a half, that is. I'm all over the place at the minute. I'm really struggling now. These tyres are going and I'm really hating it. Not enjoying this at all at the minute. Just give me my F1 car. Alright then, Latifi's going to probably get a run on me here. Another okay exit, but DRS is going to allow Latifi to get past that. I mean, look at the speed difference with the AI. I can't seem to get that when I use DRS. It's something just the AI seem to have all the time. Side by side with Nicolas Latifi around the outside. I'm on the curb. I'm going nowhere. That's me done. Forget about it. I'm going backwards now. Delatraz gets through. Trying to get a toe off him if I can. Down the inside of Louis Delatraz. Barging our way back through there. Bumper cars to say the finest, but it is where it is. Fighting for the wooden spoon at this point. See, the AI use first gear out of here. I really struggled to get any power down in first gear. No DRS, so Delatraz will have DRS on me. And see, I can't make that gap up, and personally, I can't make up that much distance on a straight. But look at the speed difference, Delatraz there. Showing the long way around as I lose the back end there on the braking. The 52% brake bias hurting me there. Going to get the power down in third gear, and I think we should be okay there. Delatraz lost a bit of time. Right, then on to the last lap of the Grand Prix.
This is your final lap of the race.
Let's bring it home. Oh, that's a sketchy exit. Damn, man. I've got no confidence at all when it comes to put the power down in this car. Delatraz is going to get me here. I mean, look at the speed difference. Let's try and challenge him into the brake zone, maybe. He's going to get really far ahead this time. Oh, I can't challenge on the brakes. I think that's the move done. I've never been able to re-challenge out of here.
Come on, you can win that
Oh,
race back.
damn it, man. Damn it. Forget it. See, the AI just get too good traction. I can't match it, unfortunately. Literally, it's impossible to match. I'll be curious to see if anybody else has this issue, but I can't match that traction. You know, it's just impossible. And there it is. Devon Butler wins the championship, which is going to be really annoying. I bet we won't hear the end of it. So let's see how we get on then. Just through the final few corners, let's just keep out the barriers and try and get home. What a tricky race that was. 110% AI on F2 is very tough. Very, very tough. I'll be curious to see how we get on when we step into the F1 cars. Will FERRARI even want to sign me up after this performance? I guess we'll find out. But here we go, out the final corner. Across the checker flag, and F2 is history.
Bad luck. It just wasn't our day today.
It's been my privilege over the years to witness a number of great sporting events, and here's another to add to that prestigious list. It's the ultimate dream for any racing driver. We have a new Formula 2 World Champion. Carlin have pulled off a sublime performance to secure the top step of the podium today. Talk to me, Davide. Was it everything you hoped for?
Everything and more. He had it all. The rivalry, the tension, the excitement. These two drivers have been locked in fierce competition all season. And to see it comes down to head-to-head battle for the line like this, well, this kind of things doesn't happen very often. Deva's performance today has secured the championship, and he has every right to be proud of that. I'm just happy I was here to watch it.
Right, so as you can see then, the final results are in. Devon Butler wins it in Abu Dhabi. Artem Markelov, P2. My teammate Lucas Webber gets the final step on the podium, P3, and brings him the fastest up at the Grand Prix. Alexander Albon, P4. George Russell, P5. And then we've got Fuoco, Norris, Merry, Fukuzumi, and Makino rounding out the top 10. And we finish all the way down in P18, the last of the classified runners. Very disappointed way to end their F2 career, and a big struggle. Hopefully F1 is the way to go, and F1 teams still want to sign me, because that was not a good performance. But nonetheless, let's look at the standings at the end of the season. So currently you can see there, we end the season in P2, Lucas Webber P3, and we end 15 points behind Devon Butler. In terms of the team standings though, we do win the Constructors, so good news for Prema there, as myself and Lucas Webber did a good job all season long. But yeah guys, that is it for season 1, if you will, in Formula 2. The question is, what will the future hold? Let's have a look and see how the future progresses.
Well, things didn't really go your way today. Let's have your take. Well, you went into this final race with the championship in your grasp. How are you feeling about being so close but missing out? Wow, that was a thrilling end to the season. But I imagine not the result you were hoping for. Well, we've been hearing rumours of a possible future for you in Formula 1. Care to comment? Great. Well, that's everything.
Devon, much as it hurts, we admit that was a great drive today. Congratulations. On the championship as well.
Well, I'm sure you thought you had me for a while, but I guess your luck just didn't hold out. Oh, I haven't got long. Could I have a quick word?
Sure.
Privately.
Oh, okay. I'll see you later then.
So, I'm sure you've probably already heard, but if you haven't, I'm going to be racing in the F1 Championship next year. Now, I don't know what your plans are, but let me give you some friendly advice. Don't try following me. For sure. You might get an offer from one of the smaller teams, probably someone desperate, and then you'll be stuck in P18 all season with car trouble. And you won't ever really be able to challenge me. But you stick it out here for another year, now that I'm gone, you've got a fighting chance of winning next year. And if you can manage that, I'm sure one of the larger teams would love to have you as a development driver. Oh, look out for yourself, yeah?
Man, he does not want to race you. Stay in F2? Ridiculous.
I was listening to the whole thing. Too bad for Devon, though. I'd be shocked if you don't have an F1 contract offer already. And if my deal pans out, man, his head is going to explode.
Welcome. Come on in. Take a seat. It's time we had the big conversation about your next move. Your performance at the F2 Championships last year got you a lot of attention from the Formula 1 teams. Some of it more positive than others. I'm not so concerned with who does or doesn't like you. You'll have plenty of time to win the doubters over. But I am concerned with our choices. They're narrowing as we haven't shown commitment to anyone. Now, as your agent, my advice is to make your decision now. We can worry about comfort and finer points further down the line. I need you to review these. You've earned every single one of these proposals. So take your time, have a read through, and don't get too hung up on specifics. Let's get you a Formula 1 seat.
Well then, so Devon Butler, you think I'm going to be a development driver? Well, you got another thing coming, pal. We can choose any team we like. Of course, we have higher reputations depending on the academy that we're with. Alfa Romeo looks the strongest link. Haas is pretty high as well. But I announced in a video and I made it very clear. We're going straight to the top with Ferrari. There's a seat going. As you can see there, we're currently looking in second in terms of second driver. So my guess is that we're going to replace Charles Leclerc, which is unfortunate. But it does tie into the real-life timeline of Kimi Räikkönen. He left the team in 2018. And we step in, so it makes sense, and I'm looking forward to it. In career mode in last year's game, I was Vettel's teammate, so it also ties in terms of the timeline. But yeah, overall, Devon Butler, I don't know what you've got up your sleeve, mate, but I'm signing with the red team, with the prizing horses, with Ferrari.
Excellent choice. From my conversations with them, they're going to be very excited to pursue this opportunity with you. I'll let them know our intentions immediately. I'll have to clean up some final details with them, but that's what you pay me for. Other than that, congratulations. You've earned it.
I'll catch up with you. Sorry, I'm just on my way out, but your workstation's at the back over there. It should be all set up on the network, but let the guys know if it isn't. From there, you can access all the data you need to help us direct development of the car. Get yourself settled, and then head out to practice when you're ready. I'll catch up with you later, okay?
Welcome to your new team. There's no one with a more storied history than Ferrari. You're going to have to give it everything to live up to that heritage. It's going to be hard work, but when you see the Tifosi cheering you at Monza, it'll all be worth it.
Here we are then, Ferrari, the new surroundings. Fantastic, absolutely love this. Sebastian Vettel, the teammate, of course, the veteran, the 4-time world champion. Let's have a look at the laptop and let's see who we're up against this season. Okay, so we are on the R&D screen for the very first time this season, and look at that, we are actually the fastest car on the grid, which is quite surprising. We are neck and neck though, like literally neck and neck with Mercedes. You can see there on the left hand side, very, very close. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, based off of a little test run I've done, Devon Butler, out of all the teams he could have signed for, he is racing for Mercedes. So it's going to be me versus him, Mercedes versus Ferrari, straight off the bat in Season 1. In terms of the R&D tree, let's have a little look here. So first of all, there's the engine side of things. We are behind all Mercedes power units, as you'd expect, so that makes sense. Ferrari cars, the second best ones, and then you've got Honda and Renault mixed in amongst them. So we've got some work to do to close up in that department. In terms of the chassis, we are second best behind Red Bull, which again kind of makes sense, although I'd say Mercedes has a very good chassis. And then in terms of the aero, we should be the best, and we are indeed. So all in all, a good little spread, a good little bit of balance. That bodes well for tracks like Monaco. We've got 1,950 points to spend already here, so we'll spend those accordingly at the end of episode 1. And then of course we've got the durability to work on. So yeah, overall, that's the kind of overview. And I need to see, the one I don't know is Lucas Webber. I'm not sure what team he's racing for, but all I know is we're racing in Ferrari, and Devon Butler, my arch rival, is in Mercedes. And I'm looking forward to getting to work in F1. And you know what they say, payback is a bitch. And I'm looking to get Devon Butler and make sure I can, beat him once again and try and show him that I am the better driver. With that being said, though, guys, that is going to wrap things up for this first episode of the F1 2019 career mode. F2 is done and dusted. We now move into F1 and the start of the season here at Melbourne, Australia. But if you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like, subscribe if you are new, and also check out these 2 videos on your screen if you have missed them. Also, turn on notifications to not miss a video from me if you are new to the channel for daily Formula 1 and MotoGP content. But other than that, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you on my next episode very soon. But until then, it's goodbye from me.